CEOs on CNBC all day long talking about where they stand in this rough economy. Here's your CEO Soundcheck.
We sell what people need. We sell a lot of basic items, and that's what consumers are looking for today. We're near people, we're in the communities, and we're in the health and wellness business. And I think with healthcare growing and exploding as we see it today, I think there's a great opportunity for us to bring value.
I think we're in for a terrible time this year, all of us. And what we've seen in the chemical industry is unprecedented, as I mentioned. So it's not just the credit markets not really freeing up for everybody. I mean, there's certain credit available to certain few. I think we've got a lot of work to do on the capital market side.
I think it's very, very important that by this spring, that both here in the United States and in Europe, that we've come to a conclusion on a new regulatory scheme. I think smart regulation is going to be very important, as long as it brings simplicity, as long as it brings more transparency and clarity.
That was all day long on CNBC, so you missed it. There's a little snapshot of what you missed. Financial crises and financial scams, unfortunately, go hand in hand, and those scammers are kicking troubled homeowners when they're already down. Diana Olick tonight with one homeowner's sad story that just got worse.
Florida surgeon Dan Howard still can't get over getting scammed.
You picture yourself as a very, intelligent, reasonably intelligent person.
Dan bought his dream home at the height of the housing market, taking advantage of some creative financing. Now the house is worth a lot less than the 2 loans on it. Struggling to make the monthly payments, he and his fiancée, Nikki, ironically an out-of-work mortgage broker, were getting nowhere with lenders. So they agreed to pay a California loan modification company called Lionstar Financial $3,500 for help.
I would have never imagined somebody taking our money and not helping us. Disappearing, won't return phone calls, emails, nothing.
Lionstar promised they would get through the lender red tape and even provided documents from Dan's lenders, IndyMac and Wells Fargo, claiming they were at work on modifications. Neither lender has any record of Lionstar contacting them, and Dan and Nikki believe the letters are fake. CNBC's calls to Lionstar were not returned.
They tell you to give some of their money up front. They offer dream deals and promise to rework your loans for a small fee. And then they take the money and run.
California officials are now investigating 250 so-called loan modification companies, many of them run by former subprime mortgage brokers. The sheer number of licensed loan mod companies has snowballed from less than a dozen in California alone last fall to 150 registered legally today with the State Department of Real Estate.
But you have to ask, with so many lenders claiming they're aggressively trying to help troubled borrowers and so many government and nonprofit programs begging borrowers to call, why exactly do you need the middleman?
You need somebody who knows the intricacies of how a mortgage works and operates. And you need that knowledge in order to negotiate better terms with the bank.
But Dybert, who recently started investigating loan mod companies, warns consumers to make sure the companies are run by licensed attorneys or licensed real estate agents. In California, they must be listed as approved to take your money up front. Lionstar is not.
Never would have seen this coming in a million years. Yet here we sit on the brink of possibly losing our dream.
For CNBC Reports, I'm Diana Olick in Tampa, Florida.
And stay tuned. There's still a lot ahead tonight on CNBC Reports.